Alright, welcome back. We're about to finish up the 7th step, do the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. So, this is all the secret, baby. Pay attention. Alright. So, the next step is dehazing. And, I'm trying to keep this within like a DAW stock plugins. Usually I will use the Waves de-esser or Out de-esser or Pro Fab Filter Pro Fab Filter Pro DS. I will use any of those stuff, but I'm trying to keep this stock plugins. But as we move along, I'm probably gonna do another video, or maybe in this video. So I'm gonna try to do like a makeshift de-esser with this stock plugins right here.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
That's it, but without it.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
I want you to pay attention to understand. Supposed to be, all the supposed to stand.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Now let's do with it.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
You see how soft that thing got? The S's? Pay attention.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Without it.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Woo! That sounds good, man. Come on. Wow, that fires me up right there. Now, the next step. Tonal density compression. What does the blueprint say? 20 to 40 milliseconds of attack, 50 to 150 based on the tempo. Pull the threshold all the way down. Grab all the nuances of the vocal with 2-to-1 ratio. All right, master sensei. Okay, so we're doing another compression. If you guys don't know what tonal density compression does, it's like the glue compressor. It's the compression that kind of smush it together. Like imagine sandwiches. You see the bread on top and the bread below, and when you press them together, that's what tonal density compression does. It squeezes together like so. So we'll pull all the way down. We'll do 10 milliseconds. 10 milliseconds to probably sometimes 20, depending on the material. So let's try that, and I will switch these to RMS compression.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the.
So this is where you want to bring out the attack. You want to pay attention to the attack and bring it out. So the first one, we kind of tame it a little bit. Now we want the glory of the attack to come out because it's already been controlled. Now we want to control it even more and bring it out a little bit.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
I like that. Now we're gonna do, you know, what we did earlier with the force compression. We turn it up, we turn it back on, and trying to gauge the gain makeup. That's a good game. You might want to try that sometime. I did it kind of test my, you know, my audio skills. So I turn it off.
Understand.
Okay, that's on. Let's turn it off. My eyes closed, or look this way.
Understand this ain't the way.
Okay, so memorize how loud that is, then turn it back on.
Understand this.
I'm trying to guess what number that is. I'm guessing, because I play this game, you know, every now and then. I'm guessing that the loudness to compensate for that should be about, my brain registering 8 or 9.
Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way it's.
Yeah, between 8 and 9. So I'm gonna go for 8. And probably maybe 6, between 6 and 9. So I'll go from 6. I'm thinking closer to 9. Let's see.
Understand. Understand this. Understand this ain't the way. Understand this.
Oh wow, 6 is like really close. Let's do 7.
Understand this ain't the way it. Understand this ain't the way it's. Understand this ain't the way it's. Understand this ain't the way it. Understand.
Yeah, I think it's 6. I like 6. 6 is really close. Wow, that was nice.
Understand this ain't the way it. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
So what is the compression had into the vocal? Let's try to, you know, find out.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
What I hear like is having like aggression. Let's check out the, you know, the envelope.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
Without it?
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring it down. Let's do 4.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the attack is doing too much. I think I like it without the.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, pay attention to that B. Hear that attack.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's grabbing it too much, so I'm gonna take it back down. So let's reset.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Understand.
So let's continue. All right, so let's do before and after with the compression again.
Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way. Understand this ain't the way.
All right, I like that. So we already talked about that anyway. So the next step is what? We did the deesser, tonal compression. The next step is volume, and the seventh is saturation. So the volume is I'll just bring out the the volume knob. Then I'll do saturation. I'm gonna add a couple of bonuses to it. Limiter and actually I'm going to do the multiband before the limiter. So the limiter, I'm going to take that to like -1 ish. So let's play.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
All right. The saturation, let's talk about that first. Or maybe let's talk about the volume.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed.
Yeah, the volume kind of sounds okay, Maybe I can boost maybe 3 dB if I really want it loud.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. What the saturation does is to kind of warm up the picks, like all those spikes.
Understand this ain't the way.
Let me take it off.
Understand this ain't the way.
So let's see what the 7-step blueprint said about the volume and the saturation. Okay, it's saying boost maybe 4 dB drive into the saturation. So we'll try that.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives some kind of thickness, which I like.
Understand this ain't the way.
Let's try it without it.
Understand this ain't the way. Understand.
Yeah, on that understand, it kind of make it thicker. I don't know if you can get that. It's without.
Understand.
Yeah, it's thick, but just a little bit. Now with it.
Understand this ain't the way it's.
Yeah, it's a little thicker. So I like it, and it's warming up some picks too. So. And then the saturation is 7 steps. Then the bonus steps is the bonus step is doubling up on 1 and 2 or the previous step for more hyper-processed sound. Use them in pilot to retain some dynamics. So doubling up on 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, meaning if we wanted to like be more bright or more compressed, we can repeat 1 and 2. But for this sound, I like it the way it is right now. Some material, they're so stubborn, or the recording is so poor and bad, you have to like process more. But this vocal recording is already decent, so you just have to deal with whatever dragon you have in front of you. So Then we have limiter, you know, that's just, you know, limiting a little bit of picks.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
So I'm gonna try to use the limiter to kind of take out some more of the picks. Let's see. Let me try to crush it and, you know, come back.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
This is another trick that I usually do. You know, pilot compression. I'm sure you already know about it. You could usually, I would do maybe a pilot compression or a limiter with a crushed. This technique is another version of doing like a toner density compression. So this is what I would do. Check this out.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
Can you see the screen? You see how it's shaving off all those picks? I love that. Now blend that back in though. Then you have a real thick vocal. Then I'm gonna put another limiter out here to just, you know, to catch any wayward kids. Yeah, so let's kind of dial it in a little bit.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Come on, tell me that don't sound good. Tell me that don't sound good. It sounds amazing. Now, we're not even using the multiband. The multiband, I usually just put that there. And, you know, since I'm letting you guys have all the secrets today, there's another thing I usually do. Is this dude right here. Overdrive. I don't really need that today because this vocal sounds good. But if it doesn't sound good, maybe it needs like a high mid, or it needs a bottom, or it needs like a shin around 10K. This is, you know, the secret weapon, like a saturation or with distortion. This is more like a distortion, but with frequency-based distortion. So let's say I want to add more 10K-ish area. Let me check my span. See what I'm doing. How I'm doing with the frequency.
Understand this.
Oh wait, gotta turn it up first.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
See, I'm kind of good.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be.
And when I mix, I always want to have, you know, bottom, mid, and highs. If you have that in your vocal, you're good. So let's say I don't have this at all. Then I would turn it on and put it around that area. Then because the distortion is so crazy, you want to turn them down. So
understand this ain't the way it.
You see how you bring out that, oh god, distortion is just so nice, man. I'm gonna do a video later. That's gonna be like an advanced video. You need to look out for that, where I'm gonna be using distortion and saturation only to mix vocals. That's insane, bro. You gotta get that course. It's gonna be just distortion and saturation to create like a professional sound. It's so amazing. Check this out.
Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah. Understand this ain't the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
Sounds good, bro. All right. You guys got all the secrets, you got all the techniques. You should be making banging vocals, man. If I hear any crappy sounding vocal out there, I'm coming to arrest you. Period. You have this course, you should be getting a crazy banging vocal. As in your area, you should be the king and the queen of vocal mixing. That's all the secrets right there. You got it. And watch out for my other courses, because all the research that I have done for the past 10 15 years in mixing, I want to pour everything out for you guys. So I'm gonna be filming these courses that they're gonna be coming out maybe in a couple of months. I'm gonna do one for using distortion and saturation to do vocals. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do another one on how to get a crazy banging kick and bass separation. Whoa, that's crazy. You gotta watch out for that, because once you get your vocal sounding good and get your low end, the kick and bass sounding good, you're the king. Hands down, nobody can touch you after that. Those are the two things that most people don't get right. Then I'm gonna do another course, pouring out everything I know about mixing. I'm gonna take you through from the beginning to the end how I do my mixes, like from the beginning to the end. And yeah. Then after that, maybe I'll do another one on like a grandmaster course on production, like like producing properly, how to produce with separation, how to produce and mix at the same time, have a crazy separation and contrast, and have a really powerful sound selection and all that, with the mixing in mind, with good arrangement, composition, writing. I'm gonna put everything in that course. That's coming probably 6 months down the line. But that's the plan. So this is like this is the beginning. All right, guys. Peace out.